it's time for another annual Doctor Who The Collection February. I got this one down because it was the easiest to reach instead of, although I was going to get season 8 down, but again, this was the easiest one to grab. So for this video, I'm actually going to have a quick look back. And now it seems to be taking, well, let's look at 2021. Well, let's look at 2021 to 2000. Well, let's have a look at, and then since season 8, and then after the pandemic, well, let's have a look at the releases post. And as for the releases post, season, and then starting from 2022, we've only been getting one, and then this year, and then last year was the same, although season 25 ended, and then last year it was March and October, and then next one, at the moment it looks like spring and winter, has pretty much kind of put pressure on, and then 10 and 23, and then 18 and 20 to be once they caught up a little bit. That's why they did double releases for seasons 12 and 19, and then 10 and 23, and then 18 and 20, and then 18 and 10 pretty early on, before then going to one set released, before doing them one at a time again. But again, unless it's Amazon, if it's Prime, unless they don't include a P&P price. If P&P, if postage and package doesn't get included, don't worry about that last bit. So yeah, because that's just been speculated, by the way. That's especially, I think at least the first time that one, the Wilderness Years, has been speculated. That was a Alex Patterson suggestion that at least it was with that original Doctor Who guide. It was at least the way 2022. And whilst things were until 2000. So yeah, my point is, a Wilderness Years box set or box sets for the revival would be very surprising. Like, I could see them being possible, but again, Stranger Things have how. Oh, the reason I made 20. And the same for Trout, but I think it should be. So 5 of the remaining 7 box sets, I think. Is it 7 or 9? Hang on. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah. But not in. And then. And none of the second Doctor. And we haven't had a second Doctor set yet. I got 21, the remaining 2021 box set, and, well, so I think I'm going to just have to be glad I got 3 out of several correct. We were starting with excluding seasons 8 and 24, so I was doing numbers 10 to 26, so I think out of 17, 18 counting the Wilderness Years box set, then, so let me check that, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 would make 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, that would be 17. I think the Wilderness Years would be released in a year. Or my new list, I think I've got it. In the list. Before moving on to the new predictions list, what did I get before moving on to the predictions? Seasons 5 and or 6. So in the with Tom Baker having a release already and for 5 and 6. I was correct with it being season 25, and it was a 1 in 4 chance of the ones I suggested in that video for the 2024. So yeah. So as the reason for season 1, because trust me, you'll thank me later for only having to cut a few seconds out rather than a minute or two. He says. And the box set came out at the end of January 2006. Who currently is holding the streaming and rights. Quick little addition to the end of the previous list. And then we'll get on to the second prediction list, the 2025 prediction list. And then we'll get on. So that was a bit of a tangent on season 1, wasn't it? After the aforementioned break during the COVID pandemic, the box sets released. Yeah. After the aforementioned break at the start. Yeah. After the. And then. But after that, we got seasons 24 in December. No, we haven't. And following that, we got seasons. So on to the predictions for 2025 second box set onwards, and but besides maybe for the Wilderness Years, so I've kind of like we were going to in 29, like we had was going. My prediction for the second 2025 list. Now and these seems to be and perhaps a reliable. I won't say his name in case I won't mention his name, but you probably do know him, but some of our group do know him. So, yeah, he's depending on how this deal goes. Season 6 does sound like a more likely choice for getting that out. Although I would have thought the time, and I think releasing that information. The only obstacle standing in the way of season 6 being released is the space. So unless the story is going to be animated, good luck trying to salvage that. It's a more visual story, and good luck with that latter one. And good luck, mate. And good luck. And if it's the latter, good luck. So yeah, at least for the 6th. So those are the 6 months that we're most likely to get sets. Are sets like May, January. No, it's on this set. Might be old. And if they have the, but I don't think a season. So that one's going to kind of be given a, and judging by He Who Shall Not Be Named, and sorry for the Harry Potter references for you, because of the whole author, and sorry for all the Harry Potter references for those of, and for the, yeah. but in the case or not, it was their mother. It's this, so we'll see how this new deal goes ahead, if there is a new deal. The other problem is Marco Polo, which is completely missing and has. But whilst the unearthly child situation could be resolved, we can get work. But again, this can be sorted. And we thought cutting down a 7-part story into 75 minutes for its in-color version. Yeah, we thought cutting down the Daleks, a 7-part story. Yeah, the Daleks. It's not like the recons from Galaxy 4, the Ice Warriors VHS, where they cut it down to about 15 minutes per episode. No, this was 7 episodes. No, it was 7 minutes. Would be much, much more. But it is the second, my number one season, alongside maybe 14, maybe 12. So with the third one, I'll get back to when I come back to season 16. Left when they had 4 to go. Still the most popular after season 17's release. And over 22 and 23. That's 2 of the reasons. I'll get back to the third one later, as that relates more to season 16, why that one I think would be more likely to be loved. That's 2 of the reasons. There is a third, similar to how the whole season 7. I think the last, and that could also be a byproduct of they don't want to have to delay it, is that they might not notify us. And that might be another reason why they don't. But the worst one was season 22, because the BFI screening was a whole 3.5 months. But the first box set I've got down for 2027 is season 11. The final third. Is that right? Yeah. But following on from it being a biannual tradition of the Third Doctor's box sets being released every year, ending with a number, but they might still be wanting to capitalize on. So then they'll be like, we're on that, and then the next box set is season 6. Moving on into 2028, we continue. But season 16 is the first one. But season 16 is the classic series arc, not including. And Survival is basically the classic series equivalent to what series 1 and 2. And of course, Survival has a lot of stuff that series 1 and 2 would have in there, with the council escape, etc. Blah. Damn it. I think I'll cut some of that. Damn, I might have to make these 2 videos. And as we drew to end, Joel Jordan, because they got the first 1 or 2, so they'll want to get it out, this one out, and then we move on to the last. As for the second release of 2028, this was where I put. Come back. I think I know what next year's video is going to. I think I know what next year's collection video is going to be about. Then. But as for, I think I know what next year's collection video is going to be about. I think I know what next year's collection box set video is going to be about if it doesn't get announced to be coming out between January and March 2026 if it wasn't in 2024, or if it wasn't 20, or now to end of this, or later this year. I think, yeah. By the way, where's the 2000? That being said, if they haven't. But I mean, honestly, what was wrong? I mean, what was getting in a much better 3D. And yeah, I guess that means, and because I wonder how many of those are there, and maybe these next 5 I'm going to mention, or in who appear in this next story I'm going to mention, are in it as well. Maybe these next 5, maybe the 5 doctors from this next story I'm going to mention might also be in it. But yeah, Scream the Shadow, that'd be the big one to be on this, besides one of the 2 other main ones I'm going to touch on. I mean, there's one big story that has to be on this release, but out of but Scream the Shadow would be the second biggest important story on this set, because of the Shadow Doctor now being recanonized, thanks to Rogue from season 1, or season 40 for the overall numbers, series 14 for the revival. Yeah. That'd be interesting. Also, Schalke is the only but it was a nice surprise. And another thing they could. Yeah, I know what I'd rather. I'd rather have. Yeah, I know. And speaking of Paul McGann, that's the big thing to be on the Wilderness Years box set, is the TV movie. The TV movie would absolutely be the number 1 thing on this box set. I think I mentioned that already, actually. I think I might have already mentioned that. So, just go to YouTube. Well, we've always got YouTube. So, so with that in mind, and that's why I knew season, and well, maybe it would have been if season, I could kind of understand that, but well, for starters, that's now not really going to be the case. Like 17 and 18, nor do I think it was a good idea to. Would it be a good? But which is like half the story as opposed to 3/4 surviving, 1/4 missing, and like we're still missing all like Highlanders, Underwater Medicine 2 Moonbase, Underwater Medicine 2, and of course 10th Planet 3 miss done yet. Power of the Dalek, but not impossible, as I mentioned earlier, with Market, or year and a month and a half. But I do think season 4, despite the 2 others, maybe, and season 1 and yeah, and also if the season 1 thing does, and if season 1 is forced to be later, then I'd probably move it. The only other one I would have, we're covered. So yeah, season 21, the other 2 Doctors in a season box set. So we got both of them coming out in 2029 on this list anyway. And yeah, nothing more to say about that other than it matches the same amount of time that it took for season 20 to come out after season 2. Not season. And Wilderness Years will gap the other, or gap the second Doctor, or it would gap. And so, and Wilderness Years would do the same if it was for that Wilderness Year. Which brings us to, I've put these if I'm going to leave. And yeah, season 3. That's the season. Now with season 4. Now season 3 is the season with the most now if season 4 has all of its stories having it missing at least one episode, season 3 is the one that has the most mostly missing series. Now season 4, whilst it has the most missing, season 3 was starting to be the this was season. Galaxy 4 followed, of course, when the first Doctor animation since BBC Studios started it. Galaxy 4 then followed as the first of the post Power of the Daleks animations to feature to be a first Doctor. But I forgot the Celestial Toymaker. I forgot to mention the Celestial Toymaker has been animated as well. The Celestial Toymaker has also been animated. Oh, I did mention that earlier as well, but I forgot to mention it in that. Yeah. Oh, and also the Celestial Toymaker. That's basically 2 of the 6 parts. That's basically Faceless Ones and Fury from the Deep, the 2020 animations. Was it 2020 or 2019? Yeah, 2020. And I think we're going to get more season. Then I think we're more likely to get one of the other 2 4-part third Doctors. Then I think we're more likely to get one of the other 4-part 3 season. Although, again, or the Smugglers, because season 4. So brings us. Yeah, we pretty much only got. So, yeah, it's going to be tight compared to that to the other. By saying that's next, and if it's not season 1, even more so. Unless it's season 1, in which case that's fine. But if it's anything else apart from season 11, which wouldn't be allowed, and it wouldn't be. But besides season 11, which they almost certainly won't be doing after season 7, then if it's anything else, I'm going to look like a bit of a fool. Or season 5, actually, I wouldn't be mine. The real thing to note, especially season 1, but yeah. Hey, Nick. Hi, guy. Okay, I'm just going to do the introduction for this view. So I decided to split the video into 2 parts, and this is the beginning. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the Whoniversals YouTube channel. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the Nicholas Payne bonus content YouTube channel.